Soyez savoir, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, authorities ready stricter measures against coronavirus. Death toll from coronavirus now 361. And communities warned to stop vandalizing floodgates.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Terra Lindua.
The government is ready to implement further stringent measures at our borders in light of the deadly coronavirus outbreak. A statement released yesterday confirms authorities are closely monitoring international developments, ready to pursue heightened strategies if deemed needed. As of now, the Immigration Department is closing our borders to those who don't meet the temporary travel requirements. All foreign nationals who have been in mainland China within 14 days of their intended travel to Fiji will not be allowed entry. Along with international border restrictions, no passenger arrivals or transits will be permitted for those that fall under the same controls. Travelers who don't meet the travel restriction are advised to rethink their flight routes. The Ministry of Fisheries is also keeping close tabs on foreign fishing vessels with the help of the Ministry of Health. The Fisheries Ministry says there is no significant threat of the coronavirus from these vessels at this stage, as most have been at sea for 3 to 6 months. Meanwhile, the Fiji Hotel and Tourism Association says it is providing updated information and is in constant talks with its members. Chief Executive Fantasha Lockington says a lot of groups who had planned travel to Fiji this season have cancelled their flights as well as their hotel bookings. Lockington says the association is working closely with the health and tourism ministries to ensure its members follow the necessary advisories. Last week, after the decline in demand due to the coronavirus alert and mainland China travel restrictions, Fiji Airways said they will rebook affected guests on other scheduled services.
This is not limited to just group travel. This is actually including independent travel. What we have recommended to our members to practice, and we believe the national airline is doing the same, is providing options for travelers to rebook and without any cancellation impact in terms of fees or extra fees charged.
More than 360 people have now died, with one death confirmed outside of China and the Philippines as the coronavirus continues to spread. Overseas media suggests the number of infections could be much higher than previously thought. The Agriculture Ministry is warning communities to stop vandalizing floodgates. Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says one problem that is damaging the installation is people tying small boats to them. Dr. Reddy says it costs millions of dollars to install floodgates. He adds repairs can cost up to $70,000 and it's the community's responsibility to look after them.
The investment is there to secure them. Now when they come and tie their boat to a floodgate, or use a temporary timber to keep it open so that water can come this side and they can swim or catch fish. That's not allowed. You're tempering government assets.
It is crucial for women to undergo pap smear tests at least every 2 years, so any signs of cervical cancer can be detected early. This as the Fiji Cancer Society registered 23 cases of cervical cancer last year. Chief Executive Belinda Chan says while the number of women diagnosed dropped in 2019, the patients are getting younger. She says women in their mid-20s are being diagnosed with the disease.
Your personal commitment as a woman to yourself, to your husband, to your partner, to your children. Screening, go get yourself screened. If you haven't had a pap smear done, you can contact us or go directly to Medical Services Pacific.
Despite the lifting of all withdrawal processing fees, the Fiji National Provident Fund requests members to be mindful of their pattern of withdrawals. Chief Executive Chao Chikoroi says the fund has never restricted members from withdrawing. However, every member needs to understand that this will deplete their funds. As of last Saturday, FNPF has removed all early withdrawal processing fees. The cessation of processing fees includes all early or partial withdrawal grounds for education, medical, funeral and unemployment, as well as urban and village housing withdrawals. Coming up, Bolada shines for Fiji in Sydney.
Bula FM
Number 2 and seri.
Bula FM number 2 and seri.
Ratu Napoleon Imbolada has become the man of the moment as the star of the Fiji Airways national side's win and its maiden Sydney Sevens title last night. The Nipi Imbolada from the Tambantamu club was toasted of the weekend as his brilliant play set up Fiji's path to victory. Talei Matairukula has more.
And Fiji send a memo to the other 15 teams. We're the defending series champions and we ain't done yet.
Even the weather couldn't halt the fate of the national side, winning its first ever Sydney Sevens title. Cue Napoleon Imbolada, who made Parramatta Stadium his own fortress, gliding through the South Africans.
Get to the outside, great tackle it was from the Springboks. Captain Hunt still with Fiji though.
This was not the end, as he again stepped up to show the Springboks Sevens that the name Imbolada will not be forgotten easily.
Down for Tuai. Balata, the opening try scorer, gets through the line initially, gets through the other side, and away he goes for another! He's having some kind of weekend in Sydney.
The South Africans didn't give up, and 2 tries by them saw the Fijians under pressure.
7-5, kick to come. Davids to Davids, Zane Davids.
I'd like to thank the Lord for giving me the strength and the power so that I can finish this final today.
Yeah, before we enter the field, the message I told my team was just to come out here, enjoy and just do the job. That's what we come and deliver it. So I want to thank the soldiers behind me for the great effort that they showed today.
The small man with a big heart will surely be a key for us heading into the next few rounds. Tali Materkula, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Airways national side now ranks 5th on the World 7 Series points table. After the 12-10 win over South Africa in the final, Fiji is now on 53 points, up 2 places. Tale Matairukula with more.
Fiji, the big movers here.
Led by inspirational young skipper Melinda Nalangi, the Fijian side is now 23 points behind leaders New Zealand. New Zealand still leads with 76 points, South Africa is second on 67, France is on 56 and England on 54 points. New Fiji skipper Melinda Nalangi says it was a team effort and him leading the side was made easier by his team.
It was quite challenging, but I thanks my teammate behind me. As like the experience like Jertuai, Shemod Nadangi, Oshana Dungu for helping me leading the team.
He also paid tribute to the fans who turned up in numbers at the Parramatta Stadium for the weekend.
Shout out to all the fans in Sydney for coming out in numbers and supporting your national teams. This win is for you too.
The next tournament will be held in the USA with the LA Sevens at the end of the month. Tali Materkula, FBC Sports.
Overseas players hoping to join the national under-20 side will need to double their game. With the squad dominated by talented local players, Elite Pathway Program Manager Bill Ngandolo says the bar has been set for overseas players to beat. The side is drawn in Pool C with hosts Italy, England and South Africa.
For the 20s, it's all 40 local players, while the overseas players that have shown passion of interest to join the program are coming in on March, so they'll go through another 2 weeks of trial games.
Fijian football star Roy Krishna scored 2 goals as ATK roasted Jamshedpur 3-0 in the Indian Super League this morning. The Lambasa man scored in the 2nd and 75th minute, while Eduardo Garcia also added a goal. Krishna, who won the man of the match, hadn't scored in 6 games, but now has scored 10 goals in the competition. Occasional showers and a few thunderstorms are being felt in some parts of the country. Isolated heavy falls are possible with a chance of flash flooding in low-lying areas. Elsewhere, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers. That is your FBC News Now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Enjoy your lunch. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.